Hello, I'm Harry Thompson, business rep for the shipyards, HVAC, and the motor shops here at IBEW Local 46. We're going to talk a little bit about our shipyards now. Foss Shipyard closed their doors October 31st, 2021. To be in compliance with the Warren Act, they chose to shut down all work in the yard and pay employees wages and benefits for November and December. They're going to pay their pension unfunded liability. We were in negotiations with the company at the time of closure. Lake Union Dry Dock Company, negotiations went well. They continue to value their employees and set prevailing wage for the shipyard industry in the state. They continue to win work with help of their highly skilled workforce and the ability to get work done on time. This employer understands the need for compensating their employees fairly, and that will attract new employees to carry on the proud tradition at LUD. Pacific Fishermen Shipyard and Electric has an increase of work since the closure of the locks and COVID pandemic that caused a slowdown in vessels coming into the yard for repairs. The shipyard had a change in upper management during this time as well. They're getting new work as well as maintaining old customers. The yard has been able to keep core employees employed. They are going to be opening their CBA this year. Pacific Ship Repair and Fabrication employees are going to vote on negotiated CBA to cover the next 2 years. The employer gave employees a 3% increase in 2020 and 2021 since we were not able to meet. They do work on naval vessels in Bremerton, Everett, and Seattle. The owner also has a yard in San Diego, California. They have a lot of work in Everett currently. With all the marine folks working, it's hard to fill the calls. The yard has the ability to bring employees up from their yard in San Diego or hire directly in accordance with their collective bargaining agreement. Vigor Shipyard, formerly Todd, negotiations continue. They're doing the same thing they always do when they don't get what they want. They claim they are paying the highest wages and have the highest package. They are not. They are using shops outside of union shops and our area to compare to. They claim they can't win work, but we have other union shops in our area that have higher pay and higher fringe that bid on the same type work, and they are winning work. They tried to entice workers with a bonus to vote on what they had on the table. The employees said the wage increase was substandard, and our members said it was an insult to all the employees and showed they do not value the workers that are helping them get through this COVID pandemic. They feel that the employer does not live up to the Vigor code. Washington State Ferries has gone through a rough time with the vaccine mandate from the governor. We had about 20% of the employees that chose to walk away instead of getting vaccinated. It is hard to fill the calls for Washington State Ferry, and this requirement does not make it any easier. The plan is to reinstate the mask requirement on vessels and at Eagle Harbor maintenance facilities. With the new variant of COVID, we have been having more positive cases of these vaccinated employees. During the negotiations, we negotiated the new CBA with no increase since the state projected a shortfall in income. The state ended up with unexpected funding from the federal government, and we negotiated a 3.25% increase for July 1, 2022. Our negotiating team has picked dates for negotiating and arbitration in accordance with the RCW 4764 for upcoming negotiations. We also had talks about helpers and apprentices for Eagle Harbor Maintenance Facility. Our HVAC and motor shops, Advanced Heating and Cooling has been having more work in the last couple of years. They have expanded work hiring apprentices and ELO2 residential electricians. This is a good employer in that when they are profitable, they do upgrades and share with employees. Most of the employees are willing to work with the employer when they have downturns in work so that the company can keep going and they can be employed. The company has had some hard times, and their loyal employees worked with them, and the employer showed that they value their employees when things improved. Genesee Fuel and Sound Oil has been able to keep its employees working through this time of COVID. With the changes the city of Seattle has been making to get people off oil heating to update systems, we asked them to first offer the change out to the employers for their customers. Both employers do what they can to keep work for their employees. With the city and soon the state pushing forward mandated changes, that is going to make it more difficult to keep our members working, but we are going to do what we can to maintain employment. Cascade Machinery has been able to keep our members working at times with reduced hours, but still working. With COVID and all the changes that keep coming, they have been doing what they can to limit exposure to their employees at their facility. We have had some small issues come up, but we work through them so that the work can be done. We will be opening their CBA this year to negotiate a new contract. Delta Motors is now part of Integrated Power Service Corporation. The managers of Delta are still running the local operation of their motor shop, and they are looking to expand employment opportunities as well as the training of employees to keep them at the top of their game. Delta has some slow times, but lately they have overflow of work that keeps employees very busy. This concludes our update on shipyards, HVAC, and motor shops for IBEW Local 46. Thank you very much. Have a good day.